Hello and welcome to the WordPress members area conversions. This is the most overlooked area of membership sites, yet it's so important because this key factor determines how your customers will react to you in the future. So just a quick overview here. We're going to talk about mindset just to make sure that you get into the right mindset. Videos overview, how it all works, and what you're going to need. So let's get started. First, I want to talk about mindset because I want to make sure that you're in the right mindset to be able to implement this, because it's just going to make your life so much easier once you're in that mindset. But most people think about getting people through their business door. They think about it so much, or they think about how much money they can make from customers who enter their door on the front end. Now, if you have this mindset, while there's nothing wrong with having this mindset, if you think about it first though, and you think about it too much, what happens is you begin to think less about the customer experience and less about the community and more about your wallet. And if you do this, what happens is you won't focus as much on the customer experience. If you focus on the customer experience first and getting them to the point where they can use your product to the max and very effectively, then guess what? Money and sales and profits are going to come in later down the road. So most mindsets are not about building the community. And I want to reprogram that mindset to focus about the community, because community is just as important as setting up the membership site. Technically, there's a lot of focus on setting up the membership site, where there's nothing wrong with that, but then when people spend so many days on the setup of a membership site, they get frustrated, and then you get frustrated, and then you don't really focus on the community. So this is a part that you need to focus on, and you will start to see results when you build that community. The results are back-end conversions. You got the front-end sales, but then the back-end conversions are when you promote a product, you sell to them additional training, and things like that. So we want to focus on this formula: product, traffic, conversions, and community equals growth. The majority of the focus, a lot of times, is most people focus on product and traffic. They focus so much on this, it gets overwhelming that they forget to skip the community and the conversions, because the community has a big impact on your future conversions. Most people do product traffic and they just start emailing their list a bunch of stuff, and they forget about the future training, the future community, which is growth. So I want you to put yourself literally in your customer's shoes. If you can get to that point, then great. You'll be able to grow a community that your customers love. So think about how great of an experience that you can create product-wise, and how you can get them to use your product effectively and to the max. If you can just think about that and that alone, and forget about everything else like setup, the technical stuff, and this and that, then you'll be able to create a great community. So quick videos overview. We're going to have video 1. This is video 1 here. Video 2 is we're going to mind map your layout for best conversions. So before you actually set up your membership site, because all sites are made differently, you need to know an idea of how your site is going to look like. So the best way to do that is by mind mapping, so that you can draw it out visually, be able to see it. Number 3, we're going to talk about the must-have pages that you've got to have that will help you create that great experience and community. Number 4, we're going to talk about getting your community to interact. Interaction is so key, because interaction creates cohesiveness, which creates a community that continually grows. We'll need effective communication, and we'll need to increase that cohesiveness through training. And I'll show you some cool tricks and strategies that you can use so you don't have to focus a ton of time on training, but you can be able to create effective training that your community is going to want versus what you want. Because if you create training that your customers love, they're going to love you, they're going to trust you, and they're going to be a customer for life. Video number 7, you want to increase interaction further. We're going to need to help our customers take action by using what we call action paths, and also show you multiple ways of going about doing this. But last but not least is video number 9, which is going to be basic branding, where you want to make sure that you're going to be able to brand your site so that it sticks in people's minds. And when your customers have that awesome experience in your community, they will remember your brand. So this is how it all works. Basically, the customer comes in, you got your members area, which is set up to create that great, awesome experience where they want to come back. They can access your files with ease. They can communicate with you and communicate with each other. Now, I know a lot of people think, oh, this is going to take time. This is going to take work. Yes, this is not some get-rich-quick thing. This is going to take some time out of your schedule, but guess what? You're going to build those relationships. Those relationships will be worth it for years to come. Then, of course, you can help them take ownership and take action. You feed them more training, which builds more trust with them. They feel part of your private community and they want to grow it as well. So at that point, they take ownership as well. They want to grow that community as well. And then, of course, your conversions go through the roof. You're going to need FreeMind, which is a free mind mapping software. You don't have to use FreeMind if you don't want to. If you have another mind mapping software, that's fine. You're going to need to have WordPress. You're going to need to have WordPress plugins, which I'm going to use free plugins as much as possible. I'm going to point you to some paid premium versions that will help you, but those will just be options. You don't have to do those. And your logo for branding and your product links, files, and images so that you can set up your members area. So with that said, let's move on to video number 2, and we'll mind map your members area for effective conversions.